Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is really great to see you, episode 56 now, and I have got some brilliant news for you, okay? I have got some really good news. So sit tight, but the first thing that I just want to quickly say is that I apologise for the episode before this one of Hermitcraft. The episode 55, it came out a little bit late, and that is due to me being an editing silly person. Okay, I messed up on the editing. Yeah, it's a bit of a schoolboy error, I guess you could say. Basically, I have a thing where I always watch the video as soon as I finish editing it. I edit it all, I render it all, and then I watch it back to check for any mistakes. This time, I just didn't do that. I didn't have enough time. I hit the upload button, I scheduled it for Thursday, and then I went out. And then on the Thursday, I watched it back, and lo and behold, of course there was a mistake, and that meant that I had to pull it down and reschedule it. So hopefully it will go out on Friday or Saturday. You will have already seen it, so there we go. You will know that it came out late, and I do apologise for that. But anyway, on to the good news now. Here it comes. I've started selling t-shirts. You can get some Mumbo Jumbo merchandise, and it's not only t-shirts, it is t-shirts and a mug, okay? T-shirts and a mug, exactly what all of you guys wanted when I asked which merchandise you would like. So there we go. That is really exciting for me, because I have always wanted to start selling t-shirts, and it's exciting for you guys as well, because you have the opportunity to expand your wardrobe and get yourself some new clothing. Now, I just want to quickly mention that if you do go over there and nothing really tickles your fancy, then do not fret, there will be new designs added. I am getting in contact with various designers about doing some like speed art stuff, little like art things on it, because I am no talented drawer whatsoever. I've already spoken to a few designers, and some of the designs have already come through, and they look really good, so you've got some good things to look forward to. But yes, the t-shirt designs will be in the description, and like I say, I am very excited for them, because in my personal opinion, they are really nice, especially that blue one. That blue one looks absolutely lovely, and I would buy it. Like, I would buy it and wear it, except some of the people at my college know about my YouTube channel, and I think if I walked into college with my own YouTube name across my t-shirt, oh man, oh dear, I would not be able to live that down. So that's not going to happen for me, but I definitely think that you should check that out. Once again, link will be in the description. But what are we going to be doing in today's episode on Hermitcraft? Well, of course we are going to be working on the glorious fishing town. We are hopefully going to get some structures in place in today's episode, so you've got that to look forward to as well. It's all jam-packed, and it should be a lot of fun. So I think the first thing that we're going to be doing in today's episode is building a fishing shack and a pier. That seems like a pretty good idea, considering this is meant to be a fishing town, and at the minute, I know there aren't any structures, so it's technically not really a town, but if we start building things without it actually being like fishing related, then it might look a little bit silly. So yes, a fishing shack will go around about here, and then we will put a pier going off into the ocean. Now, I don't know how far in we're going to go. I don't know how long piers usually are. I've never been fishing before. Let me know if you think I should go fishing, because I'm sure some people who are watching, at least 1 or 2 out of 250,000, do enjoy fishing. Is it good fun? Is it something that I've been missing out on all my life? But anyway, like I say, I don't know how long the pier is going to be, but it should go out a decent distance into the ocean, so it looks like a substantial structure, and then obviously our fishing shack will go here. So what I'm going to do is try and come up with a fairly decent design for this shack. Hopefully I can get something that looks good, so I will catch you guys in a little bit. Now, I know, this doesn't look like much, but I am actually going off, well, loosely basing this design off a recent tutorial that Corrales did on a small fishing hut, and hopefully I will remember to put that link down in the description. But in his build, he used quite a lot of spruce wood, and I was considering just using regular wood and stone bricks once again. Then I thought to myself, you know what, okay, that's getting a bit old now. We have been doing that for probably a good 3 months. Let's just mix it up a little bit and see what we can do. So what we're going to do now is go off in search of some spruce wood, so we can get a little bit more creative with our builds, because let's be honest, I've been slacking a little bit. Now, I apologise that I've been waffling on a little bit at the start of this Hermitcraft episode, but I recently saw an episode by Zombie Cleo in which she finished our little station here, the Nether hub, and boy oh boy, doesn't it look good? I mean, first off, take a look at the platform. How pretty is this? How pretty. Look, I could sit in this bench, admire the stone. We've got our captain, zombie pigman there. I don't know if he's meant to be there or not. I guess he's just sort of roamed in. But the sign, Old Hermiton, it just all looks so good. And a big thank you to Zombie Cleo for doing this, because, you know, we left her to her devices, we just let her crack on, and no one else on the server really helped her out, which was the idea. It wasn't us just being mean, like, no, just get on with it, Zombie Cleo, just leave us alone and get on with it. It wasn't anything like that. It was like, you are pretty good at doing this sort of thing, so just fire away, take as long as you need, and I have to admit, she has done a brilliant job. So hopefully, once again, I will include a link to her video in the description so that you can check that out, because it really is great. It really is great, and massive thank you once again to Zombie Cleo for that one. It's absolutely brilliant. Please do excuse the creeper hole, but I just tried something and I don't know if it works. Oh, it's a little bit late where I am, and I might just be getting tired, and my tired eyes are just saying, that looks great, but I feel like it looks okay. But then again, I don't. There's something off about it. Maybe it's to do with these little, these little chocolate pieces of wood here. Let's get rid of those. Oh god, I'm destroying the whole roof. This is not what I had planned. But I'm going to get rid of them and see what it looks like completely bare, because, I don't know, they were a nice idea. At least they felt like a nice idea while I was placing them. But perhaps if I remove them, it might... No, it looks boring as anything. I have no idea how to do this. I seriously don't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at Corralis's video once again and just try and grab some inspiration from that, because that looks awful. Like, those two blocks there being held together by a pin thread. No, it doesn't look right. Okay, so I'm going to take to Corralis's video once again and just try and come up with some fresh ideas for this thing, because, I don't know, I am struggling a little bit here. I just quickly tried something else and I actually feel like it looks pretty cool. Like, I actually quite like the way that this thing looks. So what I'm going to do is, instead of sort of faffing about and trying to come up with tons of different ideas that look okay, I'll just roll with this one and see what I can do. At the end of the day, I do know if something looks god-awful, and at the minute, I don't feel like this is quite at the god-awful level. And yes, Azuma, I am currently recording, but I am about to do a cut because I'm about to make more progress. So, here we go, let's hop into the next section. We're going to start building the fishing shack. I'll just give a fair warning to you that the server is being very laggy for me today, so if I just suddenly cut, it's probably because I've been kicked by the server. But as you can see, I've done a little bit more on our fishing hut, and I feel like this looks really, really cool. Like, it looks quite sweet, I guess you could say. Quite nice and idyllic, I suppose, because, you know, you've got your pier off in this direction. And I'm probably going to add a little bit to this, you know, extend it out just a wee bit further. But actually, this whole area is really lovely. It feels nice to be in here. I mean, it's nice. It looks nice. I don't really know how else to say it. I like the way that it looks. You know, the wood, all of the different colours and shapes and block types that I've used all work well together quite nicely. I can really imagine just kicking back, relaxing, and having a sweet little fish off this pier. I like this. I like this a lot. It has been about a day since the last cut, but in that time, not a lot has happened, and that is because my internet has just been down the crapper. It seriously has had a bit of a field day, and this is my first opportunity back with internet and being able to record. But we are now over at the Enderman farm, as you can clearly see, and the plan is we are going to be enchanting a bunch of fishing rods to put inside our fishing hut. Provide you with some really great tools to use while you're sat on that pier looking at the sunset. It's going to be brilliant. I am so excited for this project. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kill all of these endermen here and just go ham. Get level 30 enchantments on all of these fishing rods, and we'll see what we can get. Right, so I've managed to get myself a bunch of good stuff, so let's take a look at them. The first one you can see here is Luck of the Sea 3, Lure 3, and I believe that is pretty good. And then we've got Unbreaking 3, Lure 3, once again, alright. Luck of the Sea 3, Unbreaking 3, once again, pretty good. And this is the gold one, this is like the best one that I got. Unbreaking 3, Lure 3, Luck of the Sea 3, Unbreaking 3, that one's rubbish. And then Lure 2, Unbreaking 3, little bit rubbish. Unbreaking 3, Lure 2, little bit rubbish. And then Unbreaking 3, Luck of the Sea 2, it's a little bit rubbish. and that one's pretty good. It's like pretty average. And then this one here is very, very average. That's like the most average fishing rod you can get. And I think that is all of them. So not a bad enchanting session. I think that has gone fairly well. And that should allow us to catch a bunch of good fish. Hooray! So I guess all that's left for me to do now is just have a quick fish. See what I can do. First off, I do of course have to put all of these fishing rods into this chest here. So we'll quickly do that. And I want to be using like the badass one that I got. So there it is. Oh yeah, we're gonna be catching sharks with this thing, I'm sure. I mean, really, look at it. Unbreaking 3, Lure 3, Luck of the Sea 3. Can't get much better than that. So like I say, I am going to start fishing, and we'll see what we can do. I was just about to record something saying that fishing is really boring, but look at this almighty book that I just caught. I caught a book, for a start. I didn't know you could do that, so that is something new that I've learned. But also, not back to Flame 1 and Respiration 3. What have I got on here? Respiration 3. Okay. So, I don't know what I'm going to use that on, because I assume not all of those enchantments are going to work on one thing. For example, if I had a sword with Respiration 3, I highly doubt I'm going to be able to breathe for much longer underwater. But, wow, that is really cool. So, fishing has actually become a lot more exciting now. I'm going to continue doing it. This is great fun. I've come to a few conclusions about fishing. First one being, I think we might have peaked a little bit early there. I caught that book within sort of the first 2 or 3 minutes. I've now been fishing for about 12 minutes, and it has got considerably less productive. Number 2 is that it is incredibly boring. I don't know why. It is just so boring to fish in Minecraft. But anyway, this is what we've managed to get. We managed to get 5 raw salmon, 11 raw fish. That badass book that we got, only 1 pufferfish, which is a bit of a shame. But then again, I don't really know what you can use pufferfish for. And also, for some bizarre reason, we caught ourselves a lily pad. So I guess you could say that it's been a productive 10 minutes. I don't know if that is good in terms of fishing rates. Probably not, because just, oh god, no, I don't know if I'm going to be fishing here for much longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump all of this stuff into the chest so that it can be ready for use, maybe at some point. I don't know if we'll ever need to use any of that stuff. So there we go, that is the fishing shack. Now we're going to move on to something else. What I was considering doing is, well, I was going to hook up this base here up into the Nether, so then we could easily get there nice and quickly, and it doesn't take long at all. Just hop through into the Nether, walk about 5 blocks, and then already we're there at the fishing town. But, you know, it's a little bit boring, isn't it? So what I was thinking is, instead of doing that, we could do some form of minecart track, like a roller coaster type thing, that just goes through the jungle, and boom, 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 and then we find our way back to the original base, and then when we want to come over to the fishing town, we take the roller coaster, and we are back over here. I think that would be a lot more fun. Now, the only issue with this is, it is quite a long way. It's around about 200 blocks or so, and also, it's going to use a lot of rails. Now, as far as sort of normal, regular rails are concerned, I think we're going to do alright. But as far as like the powered rails are concerned, I don't know, that uses quite a lot of gold. I can't really remember the recipe myself, but I know that it uses quite a few materials. So what I'm going to have to do is probably head out in search of some of these materials, because I am running low on them. But that is the plan. It sounds like fun, and we are going to start it off in today's episode. I don't know if we're going to get it finished, done, completo, but we should be able to make a pretty good start. So let's begin. I just popped back to my base to pick up some supplies, and big thank you to Jevin, who has paid me a little bit extra actually, a little bit extra than I was expecting, for doing his elevator. So here we have the 8 diamonds, and he has given me 4 diamond hose. That is more hose than I usually have, so this is good news. This is really, really great. So thank you to Jevin for that. I will put a link in the description to his YouTube channel, the video in which I built the elevator for him, and also my video of me building the elevator, if that makes any sense. The chances are, if I'm honest, that I will forget every single one of those links, and I will have to be reminded in the comment section. So there we go. They might be down there. I don't know. It depends how attentive I'm being. If I'm honest with you, I sort of expected this journey to be a little bit more exciting. Over there is my fishing town, and this is my base. Fishing town, base. It's a straight line. I honestly, I was so looking forward to doing some jungle canoodling here, and you can see that I've sort of diverted just so we can go through the jungle just a wee little bit, just a tiny bit of jungle fun. But other than that, no, it is pretty much a boring straight line journey in a minecart. There's no bobbing and weaving, dipping and ducking through trees, none of that. No, just a straight line down the river. Ah, how depressing is that? All of our minecart rails are now in place and they run along this line. Oh god, no, that is not the sight that I want to be seeing. I haven't lit any of it up yet. Ah, there's two of them. Two of them there. I do not want them to blow up my minecart track. But as you can see, yes, the rails go along. And we do have the powered rails in there intermittently. And they will provide us with power so we can travel along at great speed between the bases. Now, the only problem that I can think of here is the fact that we still get those almighty lag spikes as we go from one base to the other. If you take a look here, look. If we just walk over, nice and easy, bam. I don't even know if the recording is working right now. We're down to sort of 0 frames a second, it would appear. And it does this until my mob spawner is fully loaded. So as soon as my mob spawner like fully loads up, then the lag stops. And you can see that's happened here, look. Now we are absolutely fine. And I don't know if that is going to correspond to this in the minecart. I don't know if that's still going to happen. If it does, it will be mildly infuriating. But I think the main thing that we have to do here is we're going to have to light up this minecart track, because this is unbearable. All of our rails are now powered. I have done all of that. I haven't actually lit up any of them yet, and that is because we're going to be doing that in the next segment, because we are about to embark on something, and that is the decoration process. Now, we're not going to be doing much of it. We are going to be doing some of that in the next episode, but what I want to really do in this episode, just to end it, is I want to increase the width of it, because at the minute we have got a one wide platform going all the way along, winding its way through the trees, and it just doesn't look right. It really doesn't look right. I mean, maybe it could be partly due to the fact that it's hovering above the ground unsupported. That also doesn't look right, and we're going to be fixing that in the next episode. But currently, this looks dangerous. This looks like a health and safety hazard, and we don't want to be dealing with those. So what I'm going to do is put these little safety rails in on either side, going all the way along our minecart track, right the way over to the fishing town. So I'm going to get on with that, and we shall see what it looks like once it is all done. Now we have put in the wood on either side of the rail, it feels a lot better to use, but I am still getting the worst upon worst. Whoa, I turned up my volume. I turned up my volume because basically, as I was walking along the line, I wanted to be able to hear all of the mobs behind me. But yes, I have put all of the wood in on either side of our track, and although it doesn't look particularly special, it has made that little bit of difference, and once we get the supports in, it should look pretty cool indeed. But now what we have to do, and this is the final thing, we are going to add in the lighting, and it's going to be quite simple. I'm just going to put torches on either side of our powered rails. So I think I will quickly, very quickly get on with that. Let's quickly do it before we end this episode. And there we have it. Now our minecart rail is completely lit up, should be safe from mobs, and boom, I have been hit by a lag spike again. What is this? This game, it just drives me round the bend. I seriously, it has been very difficult to work on this minecart rail whilst that has been occurring. Those huge lag spikes and almost crashes. We go down to like 1 frame a second. It's just not fun. It's happened again. This is basically unplayable. I have no idea why it does this. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.